On the other hand, the Indian Foreign Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar is in China for a 3-day visit, laying the groundwork for the next informal summit between Prime Minister Modi and President Xi Jinping. Sources have told WION that the informal summit will take place this time in Varanasi in India on October 11th. Mr. Jaishankar sent a strong message to the Chinese side, saying both sides should ensure that differences do not become disputes. His visit comes in the backdrop of China expressing strong reservations on India's move to abrogate special status for Jammu and Kashmir. Now, Jaishankar had a one-on-one meeting with Foreign Minister Wang Yi, followed by a delegation-level talk and press statements by both leaders later in the afternoon. While as Jaishankar spoke about strengthening people-to-people ties and cultural relations, the Chinese Foreign Minister said the two sides had decided to deepen bilateral engagements, increase cooperation on trade, economy and defence ties. China also emphasized that it would address India's concerns on trade imbalances. Many analysts are also saying that India made its position clear when it comes to bilateral relationships with China. Jaishankar said that India-China relationship will depend upon mutual sensitivity to each other's core concerns. Experts say that this referred to China's interests in Tibet, Taiwan and India's decision on Kashmir. Listen in.
Can also be gauged from the fact that we have just now concluded 4 MoUs agreements, which include 1, promoting cultural exchanges for the preservation of intangible cultural heritage, organization of cultural activities, and management of archaeological heritage sites. 2, enhance cooperation in the field of traditional medicine, where both countries have a rich knowledge accumulated over centuries, with the objective of promoting the development of traditional medicine in the healthcare systems of the two countries. 3, promote exchanges between our national sports association, sports persons and youth for strengthening cooperation on international sports events. And 4, cooperation in museum management for promoting collaboration between the Hubei Provincial Museum Wuhan and the National Museum New Delhi in the field of exhibitions, protection and restoration of collections, and archaeological excavations for museums.
Strategic economic dialogue, financial dialogue, and other important institutionalized dialogues are very important. We need to strengthen our cooperation mechanisms, including more defense exchanges, so that we can build more practical results. We're of the view that we need to further deepen our practical economic and trade cooperation. China appreciates India's concerns over trade imbalances, and we stand ready to continue to provide facilities to Indian exports to China.
Earlier in the day, the Indian Foreign Minister invoked the consensus reached in Astana 2 years ago to say that India-China relations should be a factor of stability at a time when the world is facing an uncertain situation. The Chinese Foreign Minister also emphasized that China was keen on an early resolution of the boundary disputes between the two sides. The Indian Foreign Minister's visit is also the first ministerial-level talks with China after the Modi government began its second term, taking place in the aftermath of India's decision to revoke special status to Jammu and Kashmir and its division into 2 union territories. While Jaishankar made no statement at the press briefing on differences, the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi brought up the matter in the press briefing, saying that China had announced its stated position on the matter.
Well, there are some differences between our two countries. We don't shy away from those differences. We exchanged views on those matters in a candid manner. Regarding the recent tensions between India and Pakistan, we made clear China's concerns. On the issues that involving China's sovereignty and rights and interest, we also stated